Hi, Tim Horschler with another version of Tim Talks, and today we're going to be speaking about augmenting the spinning speeds or ratios on your single drive Kromski spinning wheels. The Prelude here and the Sonata over here. These are the two single drive wheels that the Kromskis produce. Being able to add or add on different speeds to a spinning wheel has many advantages. We're going to talk a little bit about that. The Kromskis offer two different add-on flyers for the single drive wheels, and we're gonna talk about what those ratios give you, what other benefits come with that. On a double drive flyer, which is what I have here in my hand here now, this is a flyer that's traditional, and you change the speeds by removing these parts and adding on a larger or smaller whirl here and putting it back together. And so this small part changes your ratios for you, and that's very, very convenient. With a single drive spinning wheel, the whirls or pulleys are built right in here to the flyer. You can't change the whirls. You have to change the flyer, and that's why for single drive wheels we augment the speeds or the ratios by adding entirely new flyers for the wheel. Out of the box, the Prelude and the Sonata have very good ratio ranges, and for many people they're going to be happy just with those and won't need to consider augmenting the speeds. The Prelude has speeds of 6, 10.5, and 13 to 1. That's the ratio of the large wheel to the pulleys over here. And on the Sonata over here, we have ratios of 6.7, 12.5, and 14 to 1. These are good slow to medium speeds for general purpose spinning. For most people, that might be the good range to be in. But if you work with finer fibers, slipperier fibers, shorter fibers, you're spinning very fine, where you need more twist to get into the yarn and get into it quickly to hold it together. There are ways to do that without adding on a different flyer, but to be efficient and practical about it, adding on a faster flyer is going to be easier. With the Prelude, you get those faster speeds, and the same for the Sonata. If you add this faster flyer to the Prelude, you've got high-end ratios now of 11, 14.5, and 16.5 to 1. And on the Sonata, your ratios are going to be 12, 16, and 18 to 1. Once we get above 16 to 1 on the speed ratios, we like to think of that wheel starting to be a fast wheel. So you've taken your slow to medium speed Prelude and Sonata and adding a faster flyer. You've now changed it into a wheel that has the ability to be a faster spinning wheel. You have to determine whether that's the range that you want to spin in today or next week or next year, but that's going to give you efficiency of producing better yarn, faster, without treadling at a ridiculous speed, and you do it simply by swapping out one flyer for the other. The bobbins remain the same. You don't have to get any extra bobbins for the Sonata or the Prelude when you use the faster flyer. Now let's talk about the jumbo flyer kit that's available for the Sonata and the Prelude single drive wheels from the Kromskis. With the jumbo unit, you're going to get lower ratios. On the Sonata, the ratios are going to be 5, 7.5, and 10 to 1. And over here on the Prelude, adding a jumbo flyer unit is going to give you ratios of 5.5, 7, and 9 to 1. That lowers your ratio range. It also has a nice overlap with your regular flyer, and if you tend to spin the coarser, heavier types of yarns, using these two flyers is going to cover all your bases from very slow to a medium speed, 13, 14 to 1. But there are two other advantages to the jumbo flyer unit that might be the reason you would get it as opposed to the lower ratios, and that is the much larger jumbo bobbin that is part of your kit when you get this. It's going to hold a lot of yarn, whether you're spinning or if you're plying, you can get a lot more on here before you have to swap out the bobbins. And with the jumbo unit, you also get this much larger orifice over here. So now you're spinning heavier yarns, you're plying heavier yarns, getting that yarn to go through the orifice and onto the bobbin. You're not constricted by the size of the yarn or the orifice here, getting that yarn on it. So yes, lower ratios, but a bigger bobbin and a much larger orifice. With the jumbo unit for the Sonata and Prelude, you're going to get a new front maiden post. You swap this in and out as you use them. This is the Sonata post, and this is the Prelude post. You can see they have the larger hole here for the orifice. It's real easy to swap these things out. There's a screw underneath here for the Sonata, and on the Prelude we simply pull out the other post, the front maiden, and put this new front maiden in. So you're going to be switching back and forth between that, but it's a quick thing to do, and it won't present any problems for you. The larger bobbin with the jumbo, that comes with the kit. The faster flyer for these wheels uses the same bobbins that come with your regular flyer, and you don't have to go out and get special bobbins for this faster setup. That's not always true with some of the faster units that you're going to get. These bobbins here, these regular bobbins, are also, as you know, about 50% larger than many other bobbins that are on the market that come with a spinning wheel. And so you can get a lot more on here, but going to the jumbo bobbin and the flyer kit, you can get even more. And look at the ratio ranges that these additional flyers will give you. Look at the overlap between them as you go from your regular flyer to your faster flyer, where you're going to be comfortable spinning. Same with the low end, although, as I said, the ratios on the jumbo unit are perhaps not as important as the size of the bobbin and this orifice. And many spinners will go to the bank, so to speak, to get one of these units, because it just makes heavy spinning and plying much more enjoyable and less swapping out of the bobbins. So consider that. If you're comfortable with the ratios that come with your Sonata and your Prelude, there's no reason to think that you need or have to have any of these flyers. But if you want to be more efficient in your spinning, you want to be able to have the twist develop at a particular rate, augmenting these two wheels, their regular flyers, with a faster flyer or a jumbo flyer might be something that you'll want to consider. A little bit off topic, but if you have a double drive Kromski spinning wheel, we'll have jumbo flyer units for those in the near future, and we'll talk about those in a separate videos. But consider this for the Sonata and the Prelude. It might be just what you need to make your wheel complete. This is this version of Tim Talks. Tim Horschel here for New Voyager Trading. Check back with us. We're adding more videos all the time. Thank you.